Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to install Cassandra, the open source NoSQL database on Windows 10 or 11 computer. So as you know, Cassandra is a NoSQL database which provides partition tolerance along with availability. Cassandra doesn't officially come with a installer or a zip file for Windows. So the only way to run it is through WSL or a Docker system. So currently Docker Desktop supports WSL based installation, and this is the best way to run Cassandra on your Windows 10 or 11 computer. So let's get started. First of all, you have to install Docker Desktop through enabling WSL. I have a video tutorial on that, how to enable WSL2 on your PC and then install Docker Desktop. So if you need that, you can watch the tutorial. The video is in the description. I already have my Docker Desktop running here, as you can see. And if I go to my terminal and type WSL hyphen version, then as you can see, WSL version is 2 point something. And if I type WSL hyphen list, then it is showing two Linux distribution. One is Ubuntu 24 and another one is Docker Desktop. So Docker Desktop is actually running as an WSL instance to provide Docker support in this machine. So since I have the system set up correctly, I can proceed with the command to run Cassandra on my system. The first command will be pulling the Docker image for Cassandra. So if that is not available here, it will pull from the Docker registry. So command is docker pull Cassandra latest. Okay, and it is pulling the latest from Docker Hub. After it completes, we'll run the image as a container, giving it a name, and the default port is 9042. So Cassandra image pooling is complete. Now let's run the container and give the container a name, my-cassandra. Okay, so this will be the instance of the Cassandra image, and it is pointing to outbound port of 9042 and inbound port of 9042. So my application can access this on 9042. Both the container and my machine's port of 9042 will be used for this instance. Okay, so let's run this, and it is asking for some firewall access, giving the access for the port. And one important thing is I have run the command in -d, means it will run in the background, so I do not need there is no issue with closing the terminal. Okay, so now probably already the Cassandra image have started. Let's see the Cassandra log. Here the instance name is my-cassandra. I can type docker ps to see the instances. Okay, so it's created and up now, serving on 9042. Name is my-cassandra. So let's see the log of this instance. So as you can see in the log, it says startup complete. So now let's exit the log with Ctrl+C, and now let's run some command on the container. Okay, so that will be docker execute -it, and here cqlsh means Cassandra Query Language Ashes. So I'm opening the interactive Cassandra terminal on the container I have just ran for Cassandra. Okay, so now it is started. So let's create some key space or schema for this. So first let's see the version, what version of Cassandra is we are running. Cassandra version is 5.0.6. so now I can create a new key space with replication factor 1 because we are running for development. So I'm creating a new key space named demo. Okay, so yeah, it is executed. So now let's create a new table. So one interesting thing is it is like a relational database with primary key and columns, unlike some other NoSQL database, which is like JSON or Redis, which is a key value pair. Okay, now key space is specified, so I have to use a key space. Okay, so let's try to run. So I'm currently using demo, and now let's create the user table. Yeah, the user table is created. I can also insert some example here. The example is inserted. Now let's type select query, select star from users to see the user data. Yeah, as you can see, there is a primary key ID with this email and name. I have created the schema, set the primary key as UID and inserted it. Okay, name is text, email is text. As you can see, you can execute it. Now since the container is running, we can connect this from our dviewer to some additional thing if you want. So connecting from dviewer, that will be a tutorial for a different day. I hope you have already got the idea how to run Cassandra on Windows. And let's exit. I have exited from the container. So now, as you can see, we have the status is running. So the container my-cassandra is running. So if you want to terminate it, you can just simply type docker stop my-cassandra, or you can also use the container ID or first few letters. So now it is stopping my Cassandra instance. Yeah, that's it. I hope you learned something out of this video. If so, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I'll make more similar helpful content related to development. Thanks once again. I'll see you in the next video.